Part 2 of Fashion Month's Blitz overview. Let's do it. Hello, my name is Anastasiia and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is a part 2 of my Blitz overview of what happened during the Fashion Month. In part 1 we have covered both New York City as well as London Fashion Weeks. I will leave the link in the description as well as probably a prompt somewhere on the screen. But today we are talking Milan. We have a lot of shows to cover, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with Fendi by Kim Jones. Well, objectively that's a very strong collection because this almost like Yves Saint Laurent, Cubist-inspired minimalism has never been seen by either Kim or Fendi, not that I remember. Subjectively though, not my fave. While I can appreciate some daytime suits and coats, evening wear is like totally not up my alley, which usually is a strong point of Fendi. Alberto Ferretti. Tune down Bobo check anyone? So, pajama styles and empire waistlines are the personal favorites, but not sure I'm vibing with a bit of, Y2K coating. Number 21. No, you don't understand. I'm obsessed. It's not often we see a well-done retrofuturism these days, and it definitely falls into the category. Roberto Cavalli by Fausto Pagelssi for all the maximalists struggling in this minimal world of Miucci Prada and Fico Philo. Mr. Pagelssi got you covered. Like, there is Barbiecore, meets Jungle-inspired Versace, meets boho chic, and let's add some Anthony Vaccarello saxo for good measure. Etro by Marco De Vincenzo. I did like the knitwear, as well as the mermaid shape of the skirts and dresses being adapted for a day wear, but collection as a whole was a little bit meh. Yes, we had the usual queen mixing, as well as some boho chic, but what's new? I don't know, it felt kind of flat, especially considering the fact that it was inspired by his travels to Cambodia. Diesel by Glenn Martin. I love to call it Y2K, space cowboy, time traveler. Seriously. Diesel in terms of denim and both heavy in terms of leather are currently pioneering the idea of fabric modification, and it is always fascinating to look at. Next we have Max Mara. While I know that the brand has always been on the minimal, still wealth, quite luxury side of things, that was outside boring. But yeah, there was a couple of cute safari looks and a couple of minimalist ethnic wear ones, but that's about it. My absolute favorites out of the show are not the outfits but the hair and the makeup. Whoa, this Peggy Carter inspired situation is a hard on yes. I'm taking the nose. I'm doing something like that for New Year's or my birthday, I don't care. We need to make this moment happen. Prada by Miucci Prada and Cosmetics. It is second time in a row we are getting these climate decorations, and second time in a row it means the desire of both Miss Prada and Mr. Simmons to concentrate on the clothes itself and the craft behind it. Although, as Rob mentioned in interview, it wasn't the crop argument of how many hours, but rather is it even possible? Two of these is it even possible, possible figures, printed fringe and a skeins of metal fringe that, looked almost like body tissue. Next we have Emporio Armani, and this is first seasons of Gossip Girl meets Carrie Bradshaw wardrobe, and not in a good way. All in all, typical Armani of the past couple of years. Not a fan. Next we have Moschino. It was an homage, but not to Jeremy Scott's work at Moschino, but rather, brand as a whole, and it was designed by 4 different stylists, each of whom was in charge of a particular part of the collection and paid homage to the decade they loved the most. Hence, the collection cannot really be described as a whole and should be considered in these 4 different parts, in my humble opinion. I have enjoyed the first part. It's giving a daily version of Moschino look Bella Hadid wore to the Met Gala back in 2019. Other than that, Tom Ford by Peter Hawkins. I am in love. Once again, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I find this to be one of the strongest debut collection I've seen in a while. This is bringing back everything good that Ford did while working at Gucci in 90s, but with a modern twist and, an ode to current trends. I'm talking croc, I'm talking sheer, I'm talking minimal, I'm talking a little bit of sex core, yada yada. I know it's kind of easy to do in terms of fashion being circular and those trends are coming back yet again, and although it seems to be easy and everyone seems to know about those tricks and tips, not everyone is using them for some bizarre reason. Not everyone. Next we have totes. It's like office core, mid late 40s, early 50s. So you know, it's all neutral, minimal, and wearable. As expected from dolce&gabbana. Sport Max by Grazia Malagoli. It is giving an extremely stylish lab scientist. It's a retrofuturism heavily leaning on the futurism part. But you know, still finding something like Cocoon Co. designed by Cristobal Balenciaga shape behind it always a nice bonus. Some good disease is spreading and I'm not happy about it. Gucci and the long-awaited debut collection by Sabato de Sarna. Like, so far I guess we can say that yes, creative team was definitely navigating us towards this new vision for Gucci during, you know, the past few collections. And although it's obviously nothing near Michele, also like not a complete comeback to Tom Ford's 90s era as well. There is obviously much more Ford here, but you know, more on the minimal office core side of things. Another obvious point is that new Gucci vision will be accessory sales heavy, and they're definitely looking forward to reclaiming their large chunk of steals, not so steals, well, white luxury market. All in all, it's an okay debut collection. Nothing too good, but also nothing too bad. But I personally think that people will talk about it only because it's Gucci. Versace by Donatella. You know, it was lovely watching Versace play Miu Miu Playground, and then also a bit at the Lagerfeld Chanel. But at the end of the day, we have only seen a couple of Versace queens. Then again, you know, why not? I guess Versace dresses wives now as well. Well, Claudia Schiffer clothing in the show was definitely a moment. I cannot argue here. An interesting thought, though, I have heard from a lookmaker of Utla Mode is that it can very well be triggered by Barbie the movie premiere, because during the tour, Margot Robbie showed up twice, I think, in runway Versace looks, which was walked by Schiffer. All in all, Donatella is at that place and status within the fashion industry as of the moment that she can legit redo one of the old Giannis collections, like look by look, and no one would say it. Next we have bows and everything as expected. We have office core mixed scrappy and, you know, then throw a bit of dark academia for good measure. I love it, and you know it. And yet again, with the whole still wealth thing going on, it's truly their time to shine. Ferragamo by Maximilian Davis. I swear, this man makes me fall for the brand more and more every day. Just look at the silhouettes, look at those boots, and don't even get me started on the coats and those 50s inspired dresses. Dolce and Gabbana. The guys are continuously moving along the lines of exploring their own archival collections, but you know, only those from the 90s. And I think that keep on doing just that, please and thank you very much. We have lingerie, we have Lolita colors, we have polka dots and loads of Sicilian lace in the best household traditions. Bali, and here we have office core at its best. It also feels very British for some reason. Note that Mary Jane's will be the shoe of the season. Next we have the Attico, and it's another stop for glamour maximalist style lovers who will 100% sure find themselves struggling next spring. These guys though, they are petitioning for silver metallic pants, body bijou and huge coats to stay. Bottega Veneta by Matthew Blasi. We love a minimalist fashion with a twister on here. And also like the way he's playing with color accents, while the outfits still stay neutral, like I'm taking notes. And the final show of Milan is none other than Maestro himself, Giorgio Armani. Now the collection was called Vibes and was all about the vibrations. I'm gonna quote here. They run across entire surfaces in undulating movements and rippling waves. They expand the chromatic scale to touch notes to bronze and silver and light up in precious greens and purples, only to arrive at a white that permeates the evenings. Oh, that is beautiful and poetic and all, but honestly, isn't it just another attempt at giving a storytelling prompt to the color blocking that Mr. Armani has been up to for the past 5 years or so? Because it sure does feel like one. But anyway, what I did very much so appreciate are the 1920s inspiration behind the scenes. As it usually happens during Armani shows, the hair as well as the makeup hold my attention far better than the outfit themselves. Mr. Armani was the last show we would cover today. So, once again, in case you want to watch the New York and London Fashion Week reviews, I will leave the link in the description below. And if you don't want to miss me doing this little blitz review about the Paris, you can subscribe to this channel or something. Also like this video, check out my other social media, and I see you in the next one. So goodbye!